I'm standing, man, on the standing desk. I
Oh,
don't know. I
welcome.
do this for an
We've
hour.
flipped. I'm normally standing.
My knees are lose circulation.
It's nice.
It's terrible. It's good for like 5 minutes in the hour.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Or like I already want to sit down, but look,
Can you not turn the standing desk down, or is it
I
just a
can, but it's
permanent?
my brother's. I don't want to mess around with his.
Yeah,
They're like, what? I had the exact height
exactly.
for
Perfect.
optimal working.
Let's Talk Oculus is proudly sponsored by the good folks at Patreon. If you want to support the show, join us on patreon.com/playtestvr. What's up, Oculus nerds? I am Dan from Playtest VR. Welcome back to Let's Talk Oculus. As always, joining me is the imposter among us, Samson. How you doing?
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Juneteenth and Father's Day.
Yeah, we are recording this on Father's Day. Obviously, I'm in the UK at the moment, as the people know. It's 11 p.m. here. Samson's currently got a barbecue going on, so fun times ahead. But in today's show, we're going to be going over a bit of the Upload VR showcase that was last week. We're going to talk about that, not obviously break it down because it was last week, but we'll give you some of the highlights, some of the stuff that we shouted out to us. There's a ton of VR games that got announced, so there's lots to cover. We're also going to be catching up. You know, it's been a minute since we had a podcast because of the travels that I've been on, so we'll be catching up, and then obviously the games that are out this week. But before we jump in, some quick housekeeping as normal. Let's Talk Oculus is normally available every Wednesday. I say normally because this month, me being in the UK, it looks like we'll probably have one every 2 weeks for the next couple months, for the next 1 month. And then we'll be back to normal in July. So schedule's not as consistent as normally, but normally every Wednesday. We're on all good podcast platforms, some rubbish ones as well. If you want to see our lovely faces, then join us on the Let's Talk Oculus YouTube channel. Finally, if you want to be part of the community, we have a Discord with over 60 members in now, where we have regular game nights, regular big screen nights. So definitely join that if you want like a community to join, or if you want to play multiplayer. And finally, if you really, really love us, then you can throw us $1 at patreon.com/playtestvr. Sweet. Samson, what have you been doing for the last 2 weeks or so?
Well, funny you say, find games in our Discord because I did play with Eric a game of Walkabout, and previous week played. I believe honestly the weeks are sort of blending in at this point, but yeah, I've been playing a good amount of VR. Walkabout mini golf. This week I bought some bocce time,
Ooh.
and I've been enjoying bocce time. Not gonna lie, I haven't convinced one of my friends to buy it yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been playing against that sarcastic bot, and yeah, he lets you know he's winning if you play on the um
Are you good at bocce in real life? Or
uh uh, is anybody? I don't know. Uh, Throwing a ball at another
I was
ball.
wondering if the skills translate well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like probably I guess a little harder to put spin. I don't really know how to put spin on the ball in real life,
Hmm.
so I guess I could say I have an easier time virtually.
Yeah, fair.
But
Does that have that can you do online multiplayer with randoms, or is that just with friends?
yeah, I think so. I didn't
Yeah.
really explore it. I was just trying to figure out how to play, and there's various. You sort of like are in a big hub, and then there are different levels.
Mhm.
Bocce uh, courses. I don't know what you call
I
it.
don't know what you call it either.
Court, I guess, because it's a limited space.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool because it's like one environment, and then each court is like a part of that one environment. So it'd be like if you were on Welcome Island and Walkabout, and how you
Mhm.
can go to different areas,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
each area would be a level. So it's kind of cool how you could like see the levels without being in the level.
Hmm.
Um, then I played some flight sim per usual. Checked out Machu Picchu and some New York City at night.
Did you have you
Uh,
tried the Top Gun yet or not?
yeah, I tried the F-18
Yeah.
or F-8
Yeah.
F something, and it was fast. Yeah, it was fun.
Like,
That was fun. But I generally like the propeller planes because I like the visuals. I'm not just trying to go.
super fast and such.
Zoom.
You're there
Yeah.
for a chilled out time, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I tried a couple of the Steam Fest games. Maestro VR. I was a little.
Oh.
Your turn. Your turn. Four halftime.
Yeah.
Time. I got it all.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of fun, but definitely less of like a game and more of, oh, I want to learn how to do this. I think. I don't know about like professionally, but like it definitely felt like I was doing an experience to try to learn how to do with something I didn't know how to do.
Does it teach you well? Like, does it give you like step by step kind of like?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I have a really hard time with both. Like when you had to do the fortes and like do really loud, you have to do both hands at the same time. But I really struggle with that one. It's like trying to do one of these.
You might get the heart racing. That might be like a new fitness game for you.
Yeah, right. And then the last one I tried was like some downhill biking game and felt pretty meh.
That's on Steam. That's a Steam one as well.
Yeah, I forget the name was, but
Yeah.
it was a Steam Fest game. And then I showed off some VR at my college reunion.
Nice.
And that was pretty fun. Just some basic games there, yeah.
So yeah, you had your college reunion last week, right? Was the people that you knew there, have they tried VR before? Is this like their first time putting them in?
Some of them had tried it. I think I only got one person new in it who like wanted to really try it. So that was his first time, yeah.
Nice. What did you give him? What was the first game?
The tutorial, first steps. And
Tutorial is always a good way to start.
Yeah, I forget what I put him in next. I do remember early on, like the second or third thing he tried was table tennis.
Nice.
But I forgot that I have the boundary set up to not really come up till like you're at the boundary, and not ideal for newbies. And he went for a ball, and luckily there's a couch there, and he took a dive into the couch.
Oh. Perfect. He took a dive. He took a dive.
He literally dove. He went to like go there, and then the couch was, so
he fell over.
He just kept going. Yeah. But yeah, good times.
That's good times. I wanted to ask, in terms of Walkabout, are you playing mostly El Dorado, trying to get those scores down?
A bit of everything. I actually just played with my brother last night. We did Bogey's Bonanza. The hard mode. He smoked me, but I did get the hole in one. I think it's on like 17 or 16, the one where you have to shoot the guy in the
in the heart.
Yeah. That was my first time doing it. It was my whole record on that one. So yeah,
nice.
But sweet. Yeah, I've been. I forget what course I did with Eric. It was in El Dorado. Jiminy Creek. Oh, it was the I want to say Sangria, but I know it's not Sangria. The one with the night, it's the light show.
With the lanterns. The lanterns. Shangri-La. Yeah. I was about to say La. I was like, what is one that starts with La? I was like, sure. Yeah. I love the Light Atoms one. I've actually been playing Walkabout Mini Golf quite a bit as well. It's kind of one of the only games that I've been playing since I've been in the UK, because it's so easy to just jump in. And especially when my jet lag's gone now, but when I had jet lag for the first week, I used to just jump in the middle of the night and just play it around, because you can put the volume down and it's just nice, and it's not too much action, right? I've been playing a lot of El Dorado, trying to get a better score than you. See that you posted a -4 in hard?
I think it was fourth. I think it was 3.
-3. Yeah, I can't get into the negatives at the moment. I played it this morning and I started off hot. I got 2 birdies in a row and I was like, here we go. And then straight away, I think I got a double bogey, so completely eliminated it on the third, and then it was just all downhill from there.
I think I had 1 or 2 double bogeys in that round.
Yeah, you must have got you get a hole in one. Maybe the ramp one.
I don't think I did to the ramp one, I believe. Like it hit the pin and then rolled out.
Yeah.
And then there were a couple like shortcut ones, right? I think I probably 2 to 4 or something like that.
Yeah. Fair enough. And then I think Dave in our Discord, he got -10 on the easy. I was like, okay. It's like, This is meant to be the hardest course. I remember when we first played this, I was like, this is probably one of the hardest courses that you can play, but
It is, but
people
then
are getting better.
you find the shortcuts, the gimmicks, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, I love that. It's still when I play El Dorado and hard because of the rain and how it makes me feel cold every time I go into it. It's pretty
It
wicked.
was actually pretty chilly here in the Northeast last 2 days, and I
Mm.
think like I could feel like a breeze, like a cool breeze. I was like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, definitely. It's June. It's mid-June. Also, another game that I actually picked up this morning was Unplugged. Finally picked it up. I've been really wanting to play that, and to be honest, we'll talk about it as we go through the Upload VR showcase. But the Pantra, I don't know if anyone's a fan of that band, but they released, well, Unplugged released like a 4-track DLC, and I was like, okay, I'm interested. I haven't got that DLC yet, but I was like, okay, that pushed me to buy it. That game is really good. It's really well done. I was very impressed with it. Hand tracking worked solidly. Obviously it's with the 2.0 update right now. It's hard as well because I played Tom Sawyer on normal and got crushed, like absolutely crushed. On easy it was fine, but on normal like steps it up it's a big step up.
Yeah,
It's easy, normal, and hard, and I don't know what hard is, but I don't even want to touch it yet.
preposterous.
Um, yeah, definitely, definitely. Obviously playing this game, it's a hand tracking game. And you just really wish they had some haptics on your fingers, just a little
Yeah,
bit. So you have
feel it, yeah.
just a little feedback when you're like strumming and
But
such.
yeah, I was gonna say. So, what do you find that you just stop strumming, or what?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. And it
Because you
does
get so focused on this.
yeah, you don't even look at your strumming hand and
Yeah,
you stop strumming, and I think it knows you'll do that, so it doesn't really penalize you if you don't strum. It's
yeah.
more about where your hands are going than
Yeah, where
anything.
your fingers are. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is wicked. I was very impressed, and I like how you could move the guitar wherever, and the guitar like flops, and then you grab the I forgot the guitar. What's it? I want to say guitar shaft,
Wah,
but
wah, there's something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, the whammy,
A whammy, yeah.
the whammy, and then I can move it. That's it. Um, but yeah, it's a really good game. I'm really having fun with it this morning, and I'm excited to get back into it tomorrow. But I feel like this is going to be a bit of a learning curve to try and kind of like what guitar is in real life, to be honest. But yeah,
No
unplugged.
supernatural for you, so
I can't play Supernatural. I deleted it before I even came because I knew I couldn't play it, and I needed that space for my 64 gig, you know. So, you know, but I haven't had much VR like that. That was it. It's mostly been Walkabout up until today, and Unplugged like came in a little bit. But really, really fun. Well, fun game. But yeah. All right, perfect. Let's get into the news then. Let's talk about our Upload VR showcase highlights. Before we kind of go into a few games here, Samson, obviously this was an event that happened about a week ago from recording. How what was your initial thoughts when you watched it, or your feelings towards it?
my initial thoughts. Uh Pretty excited, I think, but I think that a lot of the games that generally got people excited are not games that I'm necessarily excited for.
Mm.
But yeah, I think there's some good quality games coming out.
I was very impressed. I was not even going to bother checking it out until we kind of recorded a show, and then I'll look at it and go into it. But then I think you messaged me about us we need to do a podcast, and then I was like, okay, let me watch this. And it was an hour, and it was jam packed. It was jam
Yeah,
packed. You know,
it was quality for sure. Yeah.
yeah, it was much higher quality than I thought. I think it was actually better than the meta showcase, to be honest. You know, I like the meta showcase games more. But you know, the way that it was 1 hour long and it was just game after game after game, you know, Nintendo Direct style, it was really well done. Let's get into a few highlights here. I want to start with the first game because I just thought the art style was wicked. Broken Edge. It's like a multiplayer sword fighting game. It's like what do you say, fencing ish. It has like some fencing mechanics in there. But the visuals are beautiful for this game. I don't know how well it will do. It's made by Trebuchet, who also made like Prison Boss VR, which is also a smaller title. This is published by Fast Travel Games, who have got like quite a few games in the works, and it's out this year. And pretty much everything actually is out this year. What we'll talk about on the Quest 2. But this looked like a fun game. I feel like this could probably be on the cheaper side of games, 15 bucks or so, 20 bucks. But this could be a fun multiplayer game just to jump in with your friends and try and slice their face off.
Yeah, it sort of seems like the Iron Lights, I think that's out,
Yeah.
mixed with Blast On type of deal. I mean, not really my type of game, but it looks cool.
I can see it
And
doing
for
well.
folks that want it, right up.
Yeah. I can see it doing well with the multiplayer. I'm really interested in your thoughts for Final Fury, because that is made by the Synth Riders devs. Final Fury is, I think it's Cluj is the devs, right? Behind Synth Riders. They have a new game, and it's a VR fighting title, which has neon visuals, similar to like Synth Riders. You can see where the influence is there. Distance combat, so it's not like straight up through the fight. I'm punching you in the face. You're fighting from a distance. You're throwing like special weapons, special attacks as such. You can walk around the arena, but you never really get too close to your opponent. What did you think of this one? Very different to Synth Riders.
Yeah, not once again, sort of feels like you take Broken Edge and you move it, you make everybody more magey type.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, it looks cool once again. People want sort of like multiplayer fighting game. It looks intriguing. The gameplay seemed like pretty short. I
Hmm.
had not a great sense of like exactly what's going on. There's a few bars up there, like one's
Yeah.
obviously probably health or like some sort of other meter. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see what people think, but not necessarily like there weren't very many like, oh, I'm gonna buy this
Yeah.
game at
Yeah.
like I mean, no matter what type of deal.
Yeah, I agree. There are a lot of these were like indie titles esque, and it's one of those ones that you just want to wait and see, what the creators are saying, what are the reviews are saying, right? For those listening, if no one knows, on the Nintendo Switch when it first released, there was a game called Arms, which was a fighting game which looks very similar to this, where it's a fighting game where you're at a distance and there's different like special attacks that you fight with. It did okay for the Switch, but definitely check out Arms, just like a trailer of it, and you'll see that it looks very similar. That's exactly what I thought. For those who are into Nintendo games. So that was, what was that? That was Final Fury. Unplugged, I just wanted to mention this again. Patera had their DLC pack. Interesting with the Unplugged DLC packs, there are always 4 tracks. I don't know if anyone listening to this know who this band is, but if you Google Pantera Cowboys from Hell, which is one of the songs that's on here, you'll realize how difficult this will be in Unplugged, because it's literally all over the place. But Cowboys from Hell, Cemetery Gates, Becoming, and I'm Broken are the 4 songs on there. I'm pretty disappointed that Walk is not on there, because that's one of my favorite songs, but their riff is very like repetitive, I guess. But yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sure someone listening to them know them. Like all the metal heads will definitely know this band. They have some very iconic riffs. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out once they get better at Unplugged. But I just wanted to shout this out. Hubris. This is a very in-depth VR action adventure game. For people obviously watching the video, I'll put in all these trailers so you're watching them over the top. But this looks like a very huge game. It's an adventure, action adventure game. It's set in like a twin planet system to search for a mysterious agent, is what it is. Players can shoot, they can swim, they can climb, they can jump to survive harsh environment and wildlife, kind of similar to Green Hell, I guess, in that vein. I was very surprised when this game was shown and it said Quest 2. I thought this was a PC VR title only because it looked pretty big. Did this one catch you by
I think
surprise at all?
I've seen a few content creators play this on PC a bunch,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always looked great. I think all the footage they showed was the footage from Quest 2?
No, I think it was
Yeah,
PC. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks very cool. Probably a little too deep for me as a game as a whole, but I mean, honestly, it looks worth hopping in if you have a computer for it, just for the visuals.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna really shine in PC VR, right? Especially if it's an adventure exploring game. I don't know
Yeah.
how well the visuals will translate in the Quest
Yeah.
2, but I guess we'll see. The next one is Moss Book 2. Just wanted to mention this because we finally had a release date of July 21st. Obviously, Samson, big fan of the first Moss. Obviously,
Yeah.
looking forward to this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'll probably pick this one up.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'll pick this one up straight away. It depends, it's one of those that I could get to it one day. I'm
Yeah,
excited
I
for it
mean,
to come out, but
PSVR 2 is, yeah.
yeah, like it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be great, but I'll get it at some point. I assume Red Matter will be around the corner as well. That would probably be an August release date, to be honest. It makes more sense. The next game I wanted to shout out was Ragnarok Hellfest Raid, the DLC pack. The reason why I wanted to shout this out because I think this was the best trailer out of the whole thing. Because after I watched it, I was pumped. I was absolutely pumped. It was just wicked. It felt like you were there, and they had some games. I don't know if I put it down in the script, but some games had mixed reality, and I just didn't like what it looked. I think Twilight Zone had the mixed
Yeah.
reality one, and I was like, I don't really like how this looks. Like I like how it's mixed reality, but I don't think it shows off the game really well. But Ragnarok Hellfest, Jesus Christ, this just got me in. I put that on my wish list too. The only reason why I didn't buy it is because it was the same price as Unplugged, and I was like, okay, I'll get Unplugged first, and then I'll get Ragnarok maybe in a couple weeks time. I know Kimberly, patron of the show, is a massive fan of Ragnarok. So I wonder if she'll pick up
It's
the
hard.
Hellfest. Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? It's interesting you're saying it's hard because I always thought it would be a little easier than something like Smash Drums because all the drums are in line rather than you going all over the place
Yeah.
like an actual drum set, right? But so you played this game before, then you have it?
Yeah. 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 I haven't played these DLCs, but yeah, it's fun. It's different genre, than most of the other
Yeah.
games out
Yeah, definitely. For those of you who don't know, with the Ragnarok game, it's based on like Vikings essentially, and you're on a boat, and you've got the drums coming at you. It's the new DLC is called Hellfest, which is it's an actual music festival in France, like a massive metal type rock music festival. People like Iron Maiden, I guess, will be on there. Um, but yeah, a bunch of those artists who will be at the Hellfest festival this year is going to be in this DLC. So I think it's going to be epic, and I'm 100% going to jump into it. You
there.
can also crowd surf on your boat if you're doing well. Yeah. So they have a new arena, which is the actual Hellfest stage in France, and instead of on your boat on the water or anything, you're crowd surfing
That's pretty cool.
with the boat, which looks really cool. But yeah, that's Ragnarok.
Uh,
Um, Propagation, Paradise Hotel.
nice. I was wondering if you're gonna go the scary route.
Yeah. You love your scary games, right?
Yeah. For all
um
5 seconds. Maybe it's got spiders.
Yeah, I'll stay away, of course. I don't think this one will have spiders. I think the next one will. But Propagation Paradise Hotel. This is a sequel to a very, very popular PC VR game called Propagation VR. And it was really well received. That one got like nines and almost tens out of tens when it came out to VR quite a while ago now, I think. But this is the like spiritual sequel. It was never on Quest, the first one. The interesting thing is though is that the first game was co-op, so you go into this hotel, you face a load of zombies, kind of like the Raid film, I guess, but you're with co-op, so it's probably really fun. But this one's only going to be a solo experience, and it's interesting because they said they had like a Q&A in the upload showcase, and they were saying they really wanted to focus on having like a very, very good solo experience. They didn't bother with the co-op mode this time. I'm wondering if maybe co-op mode just wasn't used as much as people anticipated in the
Oh,
first
you
game.
think that they knew how many people used it?
Yeah, and maybe
I
they
feel like it was a selling point, but maybe I'm wrong.
that's what I thought too. Yeah, that's what I thought. But it's not, obviously no co-op for this one. Um, Probably also couldn't get it to work on Quest 2. Maybe the co-op, maybe it was too much. But yeah, this is a non-linear game. You kind of progress through the hotel. There's loads of zombies and all sorts coming at you. It's not a linear game either. It's up to you which way you go through this hotel. You have to obviously get out the hotel. It looks really good. It looked really, really good when I saw the trailer. I was very impressed. 2022 again. It's another zombie game.
Yeah, yeah, no more horror.
There's another horror game that I wanted to shout out though. That's Hellsweeper, which is coming out to Quest 2. This is a very gory VR like combat game. So it's like a horror kind of game, action game where say Gorn meets Propagation, say, like what we just spoke about. You've got like there's mutants where there's like a guy and then there's like a massive mouth at the bottom. I'm looking at the screenshot right now, with like huge shark teeth. Some random weird looking minotaur, which is scary as hell. But this is a roguelike game and it does have co-op mode. And there's a bunch of horde of enemies as well. So this looks like Gorn, but in a like a gory version of it, with co-op mode. So looks very interesting. I'm assuming, Samson, these last two games don't really appeal to you.
Yeah, not so much.
No,
Not so much.
no.
Not my genres.
Did you see what they did with Aspire 2 at all? With the characters?
Not really. I do remember like that being a part of the showcase, but since I never really played Espire,
Yeah.
one big focus for me.
I only wanted to
But
I only wanted to shout it out is because they're doing something very cool with the characters. So with Aspire 2, you're gonna have three different characters that you can play through the levels with. So you have your normal character, which is the same one in Aspire 1 who people have played it, and then you have a couple other ones. One I think is better with stealth, I believe, and then the other one is 3 foot tall. Like it's 3 foot tall, so you can go into like small little cabinets, you can go through like air ducts and
oh,
such
they
like
played
that.
with scale, I see.
They played with scale and they've done a lot of work to, like, when you're 3 foot tall, everything else is way, way bigger, the whole environment. So like kind of rebuilt the environments in a way. But they haven't. They've done something really clever with the model to make it seem so. And they put a lot of the reason why I wanted to shout it out is because of all that extra stuff. It's not just they just kind of reduce your character height and that's it. They did a lot of clever things. So it looks like this game will have a lot of replayability. So you could play with each character and have a completely different experience as you're
Different
going
sizes.
through. Different size, yeah, different
You can
sizes
really
experience.
size up the game.
Okay, next game. Samson, you're going to be into this one. What the bat? Tell me
What?
what tell me what the bat is. What the bat?
What the bat? You've got bats for hands, and you have to do crazy bat shit, crazy things, if you will.
Hey, is this
Uh, yeah, it's made by the people who did What the Golf, which was also great fun.
what the golf
And
was a flat screen game, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and it feels like a pretty similar take.
Hmm.
You just got bats. You probably have to hit various things into some sort of target.
These are baseball bats, not cricket bats. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, well, who knows? There might be
Right,
different types of
English.
bats. You
That's
know, the
true.
bats might change. Who knows?
That's
Who
true.
knows with this game? But yeah, it just looks like it's going to be worlds of mini game fun in the same vein as like a WarioWare type of deal.
And they say that there's over 100 different tasks to do. So you got to
There, yeah.
complete all these tasks with these bats for hands, which is gonna be really fun actually. I think you're right. I think it'll be a good fun. This is I don't know if this is gonna be a two-player game where you can like co-op.
I mean, the first one's a single player experience. So
Yeah, I think it'd be super fun if this was a co-op game.
yeah, I don't know
Oh
like how you do it, but
no,
You know, depending what the gameplay style is. Yeah.
unless you can complete those tasks together and such. Um, there's three more that I wanted to shout out. One is Gambit, which is it looks like a quite a big four-player co-op VR shooter game. These co-op four players are coming out. We've got Gambit. We already have After the Fall. We have Ghostbusters as well coming out later on.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. This is gonna have a 20-hour campaign.
Yeah, this one kind of reminds me of like Payday or something.
Looks exactly, yeah, I agree. With like all the masks and such. 9 levels, 3 chapters. Like I said, that doesn't sound a lot, but 20+ hour campaign, loads of different weapons and customizability, loads of different masks that your character can wear. There's a bunch of mini games in the game, and there's also PvP modes as well. I guess for me, it's another one that I'd have to wait and see and see if any other people I know are playing it as well to pick it up, because there's going to be another one that's only if you got people friends playing this co-op game, it's gonna be fun. Obviously, single player you can probably do something, but if it's designed for co-op,
Yeah, it
it's
seems
gonna
like
be
it's designed for a team. Yeah.
like After the Fall. Like After the Fall single player is okay, but you don't buy the game for that. You don't spend $40 on that for that. But yeah, I know you're excited for the next one, Among Us. We got like a more
Oh
of a
yeah.
gameplay trailer this time, showing a bit how the puzzles are, showing you more of your hands.
Yeah,
you know,
this one looked good. I mean, each trailer, I'm just like, all right, why isn't the game out yet?
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, it looks sweet. Can't wait for it to come out. Down to well, like 4 months.
yeah. We're counting down the days. Well, I didn't give you like a date yet, right?
I mean, they said like holiday season or something, so you figure like November maybe or something like that.
Yeah, I guess September to December is fall, right? Is that how the US work fall? Yeah,
I mean, September 22nd or so is the last
yeah, yeah.
day of summer, technically.
Yeah, so you're right, probably like November or something, but probably a huge Christmas game. I think I can't remember who put it on Twitter recently, but they were saying how Among Us, I don't know if it was you or it was someone, I don't know, someone else, but they're saying how Among Us VR, like the videos that they're putting out on it is doing, it's like even though the game is quote unquote dying out, it was not as popular as it was, a year ago or so. Still the content creation, the videos are still smashing it.
Yeah,
It's still
yeah.
a
There's
very
still.
popular game.
I mean, it's definitely not as popular, but yeah, people are still watching it on Twitch and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think they have crossplay with people on PC or
Uh, I mean, PC VR.
no, 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 just like flat Among
No,
Us
I don't. I
players?
mean, I think it's just going to be a completely different, unique game. Like you can't really
Yeah,
mix the two.
it's gonna be a standalone. I wonder if they charge for it. I'm assuming so.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, they've got to, right? If they're gonna put some more work in. But yeah, that's obviously a day one purchase for you, 100%. And I'll probably get it too. I don't think it's gonna be expensive. It'll probably be like a $10 game, I assume. But they could make it
Yeah,
20
I mean, on
bucks.
mobile, it's like 4 or 5 or something. Or on Steam.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
But yeah,
nothing.
keep up with their Twitter if you want to see. Like they're always showing
Hmm.
clips and whatnot.
For sure, for sure. And the last one I want to bring up was Killer Frequency. This is made by the studio that makes the Worms games, by Team 17. This is their first ever VR game. It's a horror comedy game. Players are the local radio host set in the mid US 1980s, kind of like the Stranger Things vibe. You got to help citizens in the small town avoid a mysterious masked killer. You got to offer them clues. There's multiple different dialogue choices and such. Interesting thing about this one is that this is going to be a flat game that you can play on the PS5, the PC, etc. But the VR, there's going to be a VR version, and it's only available on Quest 2, which is very interesting because I would have thought they would bring it to PlayStation VR 2 as well,
Right.
because that would make a lot of sense, especially if you have players playing the flat one on there. Um, but yeah,
Maybe eventually.
maybe this is a horror comedy game, Samson. This might be
Yeah.
one for you.
Worm Studio, has me intrigued a bit.
Yeah, Worms is quite funny. But yeah, that's everything I wanted to kind of point out there. Was there anything else you want to were thinking about?
No, not that I remember. I'm just Among Us and What the Bat. Those are the two things.
The two
What the
things.
Bat was the thing I didn't know about and I'm most excited about for, and Among Us most excited for that.
Just anytime you get something about that, you get hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, sweet. So that was the Upload VR showcase. We have three more news stories to round off the show here. Puzzling Places. They've have got their AR pass through, their experimental pass through, shall I say, on Quest 2 now. It's an experimental mode, like I said. So it's not going to be for everyone. But it's an excellent example of a game that will work really well in AR, especially with colored AR. Like you watch it in the Quest 2 and you can see it working well, but obviously because of Quest 2's not very sharp, those cameras, and it's black and white, it doesn't look as nice, but I can see something with the camera or the Quest 3 that will probably have color pass through. This is going to look really, really nice.
Yeah, it reminds me of, I mean, it looks just like the Cubism
Yeah.
experiment with it. It looks pretty cool. I watched the Upload VR's got a short clip on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if you want to feel like you're hanging out in a room more so while you build your puzzles and have more presence and awareness that way, yeah, it's right up your alley. This is one that I keep meaning to hop into, and I'm just like, I don't have 90 minutes right now that to just like spend doing a puzzle.
Is it the
But it looks
90
awesome.
minutes? Is that how like a lot? Can you not come back to a puzzle?
I mean, you can, but I just feel like if I'm gonna do a puzzle, I'm not
You
gonna
just
like
want to do
sit
it.
there and do like 5 pieces, right? I'm gonna sit there and try and do as much as I can of a puzzle.
That's true. If you had a jigsaw at home, you wouldn't just do like, okay, I'll do a few and I'll come back to it tomorrow. You're not gonna leave all the pieces out.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
true.
yeah, cubism for me is more like a quick puzzle game, whereas I feel like if I'm doing a puzzle, I'm not like I never sit down to do a puzzle for 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. In the trailer, they also showed like real life examples. So obviously playing at home, people come in, you can obviously see them and such, but one was also playing on the plane, which looked okay as well. And obviously it's nice to have the pass through. Just like a snippet with the same, like you said, with the cubism, a snippet to like another way of playing games and playing games well in VR/AR, right? I think this is why the VR and AR kind of headsets, the hybrids, are going to work really well, because it's nice. Like with this one, yeah, you can have it in AR if you want, if you have people around or you're in a public place or something like that. And then if you want to do full immersive mode of VR and you completely shut off of the world, you can too. So yeah, it looks really, really good. It's another game like you said that I really want to check out too, but yeah, there's also a 64 gig
Backlog.
quest which can't be filled up for backlogs. It's kind of disciplining me,
I actually find that I use my 64 pretty often, but yeah, I don't, I don't have it's because I don't need all my games on it.
Yeah, that's fair. And then the UI system is ridiculous if you have so many games. It's
Yeah,
absolute crap.
exactly. Yeah.
Um,
No, it was because my 256 kept having that freaking
oh, the Guardian issue.
yeah, dude. I went to play Walkabout the other night and it kept happening. I was like, you know what? I have another quest. I'm just gonna boot that one up right now.
Yeah,
And
that's a real shame. Yeah, and they're
yeah,
both. I guess they're both on the same update. It's just like
yeah, they're pretty identical.
pretty identical, but that's happening. Yeah, yeah, that's bad. I had that issue, the same issue with the last update, but this update seemed to fix it, but obviously not for you. Meta showcase. Oh no, lost that. Wrong one. Meta
It
Meta
shows, it
Meta
shows a new vision.
Meta shows a new vision. Though I just wanted to bring this up because basically Meta put out a trailer, like a really quick 30-second or whatever trailer showing this new futuristic headset, but it's more to do with the what you could do in the metaverse. It's like it feels like a commercial that you'd watch, like on cable or whatever. But they showed examples of the metaverse being used for medical, for lecture halls, etc. But the headset that they were wearing was very interesting. It was like a bandana
It's
basically
like
on
that
your
X-Men
face.
dude.
That's exactly what it looks like. Yeah. And I actually
Really,
liked it. I actually liked what it looked like. I was like, it could
yeah.
be a little bit sharper.
It's just like They're just like throw something there. I don't know. There's
There's
no
something
product that's like that.
show something futuristic out there. The interesting thing is they showed obviously the medical, and the medical people wearing these fingertips. And I was like, this is the what I want for the unplugged. I don't want to do this for surgeons. Just give me this for so I can play air guitar
It
properly.
looked like the. I mean, I've seen somebody drop something for Apple's thing where it was
Yeah,
like two nubs
like the
like that. They
clips.
look like thimbles or something.
Yeah, I feel like I'd lose one of those thimbles, you know?
Well, just as much as you would an AirPod.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. There's like 10 of these thimbles though. I feel that's a lot to lose.
You just have one big case, like an AirPod case. Flip them
Yeah,
all.
yeah. And it charges my thimbles.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I can see Apple doing that for sure. For sure. All right. So final news story is there's gonna be a Meta avatar store, which is coming to VR. I believe it's already out for Instagram and Facebook and everything else that Meta owns. Or it's coming soon. But they're gonna have like basically a marketplace for your avatars. So there's still going to be free clothes and such, and they're still going to pump out more free clothes for your avatars. But if you want, you can also buy like more designer clothes. And essentially, what Mark Zuckerberg was saying on his like 10-minute video call was that he wants this to be a marketplace for creators, so they can create, different designers can create different looks, and people can buy it from them. um Kind of like how like a Counter Strike will make different skins, and you
yeah. I
can
was gonna
you
say it
can
makes sense for like devs to be able to sell and or add like additions to their games. And it kind of feels like when Xbox did their like avatar things where you could like
Mhm.
dress up your little dude. It was like the 360 days, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, 360 days.
Uh, yeah. Not the demographic once again. I don't
Hey,
think.
hey, wait until we get some Let's Talk Oculus avatar props.
Yeah. Are we gonna pay for that?
I'll probably put it up for free if I could. I'll just be like, take it for free. What am I gonna make a profit on like some of these
And
avatars?
just free advertising, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Beautiful. All right, so that's the news. Let's round off the show, because it's midnight here in the UK. I need to go to bed. Samson, do you want to read out the game out this
Yes,
week?
yes, yes. Wands Alliances coming out June 20th. Wands Alliances is a 3v3 competitive, team based, multiplayer VR gaming experience where players engage in fast paced magical duels, select your class, choose your spells, and take the fight to the streets. Taste sweet victory by completing your team's objectives or eliminating the opposing team. But duck and dodge too slowly, and the only thing you'll be eating are fireballs. And
Ah,
always remember, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a fireball.
sure you can. um, yeah, PJ, friend of the show from VR Vidic podcast, he said the first one, because it's a sequel to ones, was very, very fun. And he's looking forward to trying it himself. So yeah, it's probably just a really fun if you're into that kind of fantasy.
Bro, bro, I'm sorry. My watch just told me to stand.
Yeah, you're not, you're at a standing desk to be fair. Yeah, no, that
Dude, I've
happens to
been
me. That happens to me all the time. I'm standing all the time and it tells me I haven't stood. And I was like, I've been standing for work for 8 hours.
dude, I've been standing the last hour. You haven't logged my hour of standing? Come
I think it
on.
requires you to move a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, back to wands. I think it looks really fun if you're into that. I probably won't buy it unless PJ's telling me really, really good and he really wants us to play because it's a 3v3. But yeah, I don't know if you're gonna try it. I seem like
Not alone, but yeah. If
yeah,
we can link up with PJ or something.
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard enough time getting like and like yeah. I texted my brother. I was like, "Hey, let's play bocce." He's like, "How about let's play walkabout?"
Doesn't he only play walkabout?
Yeah, I was so yeah. Well, actually, after walkabout, we did. Oh, I forgot this. Good thing we kept talking. I played some Poker Stars. He was like,
Nice.
"Yo, let's play poker." I was like, "All right." I actually haven't hopped in that in like well over a year.
Mm,
And yeah, we played a little Poker Stars too.
nice, nice, nice. Do you get any trolls or is it okay?
Oh yeah, dude, you always got to deal with trolls. My brother was like, yo, that guy's still like taking selfies and like messing around with the cigarettes. I was like, yeah, let's just like ignore him. He'll like he'll be on his way. And then like 40 minutes later, my brother's like, yo, he's still at it. And he was right next to me. I just ignore him. I don't like, I can just hyper focus. It doesn't
Hmm.
bother me. But what bothers me more is the people who like talk annoyingly
Yeah,
as opposed to who are just like messing
just
around with
doing
like
whatever.
things in the
Yeah.
game. There was one guy who was a bit grumbly. He was just like breathing into his mic like this. He wasn't really talking. He was just like sounded like he
Hmm.
was having difficulty breathing.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no real issues or anything at all. Most
Oh,
people didn't play with their mic on.
oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, and you can also mute all the people who are not like.
Yeah, some dude came in and he was annoyed with that guy. He was trying to talk to somebody else. He was like, "Hold on one second, let me mute this guy."
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I've never played Poker Stars, but it's free, isn't it? So.
It's free, and you can buy chips,
Hmm.
but you can all like a mobile game or whatever. You can like spin
Yeah.
for free chips every 8 hours. So if you just like hop in there a few days in a row,
Mm,
or every a couple times a
yeah.
few days in a row, you can stockpile. Um,
I got addicted to World Series of Poker on my phone, the app from that, during university. Those were the time every time we were on a lecture, we'd sit down and all of my buddies were just playing poker in the same.
yeah, I'd be way more inclined to get addicted if I could like exchange it for IRL money. But the
Yeah,
fact
yeah.
you know that it's just a one-way street, you're like, all right.
I don't know. I was pretty happy when I finally got that gold ring after completing the World Series of
I'm just
Poker.
so much more likely to just bet,
That's the
honestly.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing. Sometimes I would go all in, whatever. But if it was my own money, I don't think I'd be as good.
exactly. Yeah.
um, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so that's pretty much the show. Did you have a driver's head, or have people been all right?
Yeah, I don't think I got one. No.
I have a driver's head, a real quick one. Okay.
You've been driving on the other side of the road?
I haven't been driving, but my dad's been driving. I've just been in the passenger seat, so I feel like I'm in the right. I feel like I'm in the correct way now. Um, People driving hella fast here in the UK. Hella fast. We're on the country roads. I don't know if you've been in the UK, but
God
people
bless them.
country roads in the UK are tight. They're small. They're not like your American
I've watched
roads.
Top Gear. I've watched
Yeah,
Top.
exactly. They're tight. They're squashy, right? Sometimes you go around a corner and you have no idea what's on the other side. There
It
could
could
be
be
a
a sheep.
exactly. There could be a tractor or something stupid, right? At the amount of times and now what fuel prices are crazy, right? So do you in America is it per gallon or is it per liter for
We do not use liters here in America.
the
We
hell
use
is a
gallons.
gallon? So gallon is hold on, 1 gallon is 4.5 liters. Okay, so let me just do some quick conversions here. 4.5 liters times by 2.5 is okay. So in the UK, the current gas prices in US dollars is about $11 per gallon.
Nailed it.
Okay.
You guys got high taxes over there.
Yeah,
Woof.
20% taxes. It's ridiculous. The fuel's gone stupid. I mean, it's everywhere it's gone stupid, but stupid in the UK. But people like my dad's like adamant. He's like, I'm just driving at 60 miles per hour, which I don't know what is in kilometers. But that's like the rate when you're driving. It's not gonna burn.
Just save economy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 10 miles less than what your actual highway speed limit is. But he's on the country road doing 60 because he's like, F this, I want to save my fuel. Loads of people bombing it past him over and over, overtaking. And these are country roads. It's dangerous to overtake on a country road because some people could be coming around the corner. So tips to the UK drivers. Also, these UK kids, the 17-year-olds, the 18-year-olds who are driving, don't know how to drive to save their life. They're always fat. They're always fast burning fuel. And let me to be honest, when I was 17, I think I was doing the same, but the gas prices are way less. So I'm just saying, save those gas prices, folks, because they are not going lower than $11 per gallon ever again. At least in the UK, I don't think they will. Which is almost £2 UK, if you're wondering. But anyway, that's my driver's ed. Perfect. So essentially, if you've made it this far into the show, I think, like I said, because I'm in the UK and our time zones are really weird right now. I think we'll do another podcast in a couple weeks time, and we'll go from there essentially. So there'll be like 2 podcasts, 2 weeks, and then we're back to regular scheduling
Yeah.
program.
And send us your El Dorado scores to Discord.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to see those scores, and there'll be giveaways, whoever gets the best score. All right, peace out, everyone. We'll speak to you in 2 weeks.